Hey man, I'm not trying to always compare things to Carti because, you know, he kind of runs what every single other artist wants to do with a promotional or rollout campaign. However, I just wanted to point out the similarity of what Yeat is doing on his next upcoming album, Lifestyle, where he's not doing any of these in-person video type interviews where like he could potentially break character. Because also something that I noticed like a couple weeks ago, there was this one video, it was a reel that we posted on the Bobbalam 2 page, where basically he was wearing regular clothes. Bro looked like just a regular civilian, not toting no weapons, not, you know, cyberpunked out and everything, which is cool. Like, I like that. I like when a rapper puts on the costume because that's what they are usually. It's just a character. I like that there's an actual regular human being behind the brand, the character. So anyway, with that being said, he doesn't want to go on these in real life interviews, or he might do it in the future. I don't know. He already did OGM, and I don't know if he did a KTO interview or not, but I doubt he'll ever do that again because the written word, nothing can be misinterpreted, or at least let's say it can be less misconstrued. You have more control over the anticipation you're trying to build, or like the narrative you're trying to build, where he's talking about his upcoming album. And he talked a lot of nonsense, I'm not gonna lie, talking about like, I got abducted by aliens or whatever, but you see this a lot with Carti. He doesn't do in real life video interviews because in all reality, bro is probably not a real vampire. I mean, we know this. He's like, I'm just saying he's a regular human being. If you go back to like 2016, 2017 Carti, yeah, he might have had a little bit of punk influence, but bro was wearing like varsity jackets. He was like hype beast, let's say, you know, like the Ian Connor street style fashion. And so imagine going on a video for like an hour and a half where the whole time you got to be like not talking, you're super rare, like you got to talk all vaguely or speak in incomplete sentences where people have no idea what you're talking about. Like, yeah, I've done dated, and then just stop uttering any words so people get confused as to what you actually meant when you said that. But anyway, regarding Yeat, he's talking about his upcoming album on the 032C interview, where he said explicitly, between the last record and this upcoming one, it feels like a 10 album difference in time. People have no idea what it's going to sound like. It's like 2093, dystopian society, which is pretty dope. I already told y'all I like this whole dystopian concept because that's like my favorite style of movie. Because in all reality, I mean, there's a whole nother potential pandemic going on in China. Like the world's going to shit. I mean, I'm gonna be chilling. I don't care who's president. I don't care what politics anybody on. I'm gonna be making money regardless. I'm just saying, like, shit is going down. But then they continued to ask, will this next album be executively produced by Noah Oliver Smith, which is Yeat's real name? He said, either Team Noah or Team Yeat. I'm always team this or that. You never know what Monchichi is doing. Whoever Monchichi is, sounds like his girl's, you know what? But then he spoke about his alien encounter, okay? So I don't know if y'all believe this. I actually do believe in aliens. I think there has to be life out there somewhere. Not sure if they're on our planet, but there's a whole bunch of UFO sightings and everything in the US. But if you look at the charts about like where they are, they're predominantly in the US. There was a place in Africa where like a whole class, I think, saw aliens at the same time. Now, could they be lying for clout? Maybe, but I don't know one of those kids' names, so I guess it just didn't work, or they were spitting facts. But considering all the sightings are in US, like, we might just be crazy, and everybody on the internet knows that. But anyway, he said, that was dead ass, it was real. I won't go into too much detail because I'm not sure if they want me to talk about this right now. The aliens, I mean. I will say one thing though, they are really tall and looked almost human. I remember everything on that night, that it transpired second for second. I can tell the difference between a dream and reality, and I know I was awake. That's also my first memory. Everything before that feels fake. Sometimes I think I might not even be from here because I have dreams about other planets. See, this is what I'm talking about with portraying this character. Whether or not he actually had this encounter with aliens, like the written word, he can say this with, you know, he could be joking, laughing the entire time with the interviewer, but they know it's gonna do really well, like clickbait, or it's not clickbait because he actually said it, but like they know it's gonna get the clicks and views with such a sensational headline or excerpt, let's say. But like, given that it's just word, you can't see what his face actually looks like, so he can't break character. So these written word interviews, I feel like this is the new wave for the upcoming generation of rappers or artists where it just makes them seem bigger than life. Like they're too cool to be on the actual video or podcast interviews. It's just a wave. But that being said, I still do believe in aliens. Do I believe he saw aliens? I don't think that aliens are like humanoid structure. I think they're just a bunch of mush because they're so technologically advanced that I actually think they're part cyborg, because it looks like with Elon Musk, we are implanting chips in our brains so that we can think faster or access the internet while we're thinking. So I think we have to start developing into like part technology, cyborg, robot, and that's the wave as an alien. Whether or not they have a chip planted in their head, or I don't know, they got some sort of Bluetooth hooked up to their version of the internet. But in addition to all the other cryptic quotes that he had from this interview, then he starts talking about how he prefers to communicate with numbers instead of words sometimes. So you already know that bro's got a weird like lingo, schmunk, tonka, all that, which people already drew comparisons with all the different symbols and weird language that he uses, just like Carti. You know, so again, I'm drawing similarities. Again, not saying he's biting or anything, because this is just what you got to do as an artist. Like, you got to be a cartoon character of sorts. You're not a real human being, or at least your rap career is not. You're a real human being when you take off your costume, because again, we already saw Yeat in his civilian clothes. But he said, I think I can communicate better with numbers than letters sometimes. I mean, on certain days, there are no words for me at all. For example, I don't send addresses, I just send coordinates. Bro didn't even go to his Thanksgiving dinner. He probably told everybody to pull up to his LA crib. He sent like just coordinates to his family and they got lost probably. Maybe he's gonna drop some coordinates as to where he's shooting the album trailer for Gibson Hazard or something like Eternal Atake. That's kind of where my mind is going. I think Travis Scott did that for Utopia as well. But continuing, I can just look at numbers and know where it is based on the equator. This dude gotta be a genius, because that is crazy. But often the numbers also relate to some of my businesses and companies. I actually have a few, but people don't know about them because they're privately held and I don't want to deal with shareholders. Man is a genius, I'm telling you. Once you start your rap career, you gotta get the money from the label and start putting it in other safer assets or businesses, because in all reality, your career is only gonna last like 3 to 5 years, if that. And Yeat is super hot right now, pause, you already know, but like, who knows when that's gonna end? People might start to think that all the schmunky dunky is corny. But if you start a business with that capital, like basically a loan that you got from a bank for free, or not free, because you know the labels got to make their money too. But like when you get $3-5 million, you can just run off with that and make who knows how much money after that, even just investing in the stock market. So kudos to him. Dude is doing it right. We see so many rappers who fell off, even athletes in the NBA and NFL. I think there's like a 2-year span after they retire that they're estimated to go bankrupt because they just don't know how to spend their money or invest it. So I assume the same thing for rappers, especially with them having to like buy their whole team jewelry and all that. But Yeats with Zach Bia, and I don't think he has too many other people in his crew. September's Rich already dropped out because he had to go through a whole sex change and name change. His birth certificate now says September's broke. Like, I haven't seen him in forever. He ran out of cars to crash, but it looks like he's doing all right. Yeat is killing it. That's all I gotta say. But I'm just saying, I see a trend with the whole written interview, like on Rolling Stone or The Fader or 032C. And of course he did the whole alien and number concept on a number and letter titled magazine brand or issue or whatever. But with all that being said, y'all let me know in the comments what you think about this upcoming Yeat album. Is it gonna be fire? Is he gonna surpass the 80 or 100K mark for first week sales? What type of features is he gonna get? Is he gonna get the Drake? Is he gonna get the Future? He already got the Young Thug Uzi Gunna, so he's kind of chilling right now. I know we say this every time, he's just gotta solidify his career. I feel like he's solidified already after the Drake feature being one of the most streamed songs on the biggest artist in the planet, aside from like maybe The Weeknd or Taylor Swift, but you get the point. His throwaway track ended up being one of the best tracks on Drake's album. What does that tell you? But still, to be like a big dog in the rap game, you gotta hit that 100K mark. I think Academic said that a while back, but more on that later. Peace.